A big day for Vanderbilt University in New York, expanding its national footprint and opening a new campus in the Chelsea neighborhood of Manhattan. It's the university's first campus outside of Nashville. It aims to provide students a pipeline to one of the world's great metropolitan capitals. As Vanderbilt's Chancellor Daniel Diermeier puts it, quote, New York offers unbounded opportunities, and Chancellor Diermeier joins us now. Daniel, it's great to see you. This is the point where I give full disclosure. I went to Vanderbilt. My wife went to Vanderbilt. We love the place.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you hadn't heard?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Since we're a football school now, I know you wanted to talk about the opener next week against Austin Peay, but we'll save that to the end of the interview. Let's talk. You're about to head across the street to ring the opening bell at the NASDAQ to open this campus in New York. Talk a little bit about why you thought this was an important opportunity to expand Vanderbilt.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me this morning. So, great day for Vanderbilt, and we're so delighted to be in New York. The way we're thinking about this is that universities really shouldn't be ivory towers. It's that the great university for our age should be deeply engaged with its local community, particularly the innovation economy and the creative community. And once you believe that, then where you are matters. And so we can do many wonderful things in Nashville, but we want to be part of the great innovation economies around the country. And so we're opening campuses in New York, in Florida and South Florida and West Palm Beach. Chattanooga, Tennessee, we're doing something in quantum there, and in San Francisco. And so New York is our very first campus. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students to spend time and our faculty, in one of the world's great global cities.
Yeah, it's the way you've described it a little bit is almost a semester abroad for Vanderbilt students, and it's about 100 students, I think, to open almost that get to go live in this beautiful campus in Chelsea that was an old seminary that came up for sale effectively, and you all kind of jumped on it.
Yeah, exactly. We're starting with around 100 students. We may increase that over time. We love the location. It's fantastic. It's this beautiful piece right in the middle of Chelsea. And it looks a little bit like you take a piece of Vanderbilt and move it right in the heart of New York.
There was a piece that I know you saw in the New York Magazine a couple of weeks ago that says how Vandy bested the Ivies, which kind of gets into what you've been able to do since you arrived on campus right at the start of the pandemic, but also chancellors prior to you as well, to kind of build Vanderbilt into this place that it is now. What have been the keys for you to reach that place where when I say I went to Vanderbilt, in a way it wasn't 30 some years ago when I got into Vanderbilt, people go, wow. What's been the key to the rise of Vanderbilt?
Yeah, we've seen a dramatic increase in application and interest in Vanderbilt, especially from the Northeast, California. It has been remarkable to see. We had selectivity admissions rate about 4.6%, which is right there where the Ivies are. And that's a dramatic increase for us. What we see when we talk to parents and when we talk to students, it's really, I think it's two pieces. Number one, it's the education. It's a place that values academic rigor, but also we want our students to grow as full people. So when you walk across campus, it's a happy campus. It's a community that's both challenging and supportive. And then I think the second component in today's environment, we have the strong decades-long commitment to civil discourse. We have a nationally leading program called Dialogue Vanderbilt that prepares students for operating in a society where there are different points of view so that they can agree across differences. That's a very, very important component of a Vanderbilt education. I think that's valued by families and students that want to be part of the Vanderbilt community.
So it's hard to have a conversation about anything right now, particularly, though, I imagine in academia, without talking about AI.
Yes.
So how does Vanderbilt look at this, where you mentioned wanting to be in innovation? I couldn't help but notice San Francisco, New York. These are places where AI research and technology advancements being done. But also, on the simple practical level, how do you get students to learn to use it without, using it to do their work? How do you balance that? Because that's a great challenge right now for students to actually learn on their own.
Absolutely. And I think this is one of the defining challenges for higher education right now. How do we think about AI? How do we think about preparing our students for the world that they will enter? The way we always think about it is we want to teach students not what to think, but how to think. And AI, of course, is an important component of that. What we focus on, and this is really recognized by our employers too, they value that in the Vanderbilt graduates. Number one is they need to know the area well. So if you want to work in investment banking, you need to understand how markets operate. Then the second thing is then you need to know the tools. It's very difficult right now to find a position in desired careers without being able to really being fluid in AI tools. And we do that by having created our first new college in 40 years, a little bit over a year ago, which is called College of Connected Computing. And the vision there is computing for all. So you need to understand the subject domain, but you need to be able to use the computational AI tools as well. And then the third component, which I just mentioned, is the ability to function in a professional environment from day one. You need to be able to work together, collaborate, ask good questions, communicate well, be presentable, and be able to work, in a team environment. Those are critical skills, and our students really excel on all three.
Daniel, you wrote a piece for Forbes a couple of days ago, an op-ed. This idea that college, is it worth it these days? People have questioned the institutions because of some of the scenes we've seen on campus over the last few years. And you wrote this: American higher education has reached a defining moment. Universities face a choice they can no longer avoid. Recommit to the principles that once earned the public's trust, or preserve the status quo and watch the crisis of confidence in higher education deepen. So what are those principles you think not just Vanderbilt, but all schools need to recommit to?
Yeah, I mean, we're having, of course, we're right now living through a period of tremendous challenge for higher education. It's technology, but it's also a loss in confidence in higher education, particularly elite universities. The numbers in terms of public trust, support by the public, have plummeted. That's true on the left and on the right. And we're doing wonderful things as universities. We're research engines. We're providing transformative education. But we also need to fix some things. And one of the critical things is we need to be utterly clear about our mission, our purpose, and our values. Universities are not political parties, and they should not join political movements. They're providing an enormous service to the country by focusing on their mission. And that needs to be reaffirmed, and that needs to be the practice, the reality on campus every day.
And it is, for sure, these days. The new campus, Vanderbilt University, New York City, opens today. Chancellor Diermeier is going to ring the bell at the NASDAQ, then cut the ribbon at the new campus. The Chancellor of Vanderbilt University. Daniel, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anchor down.